Hi guys, Maria here from Travelries. I founded Travelries to help more people learn to travel long-term. There's a ton of info out there for vacationers. There's really not a ton out there for people who want to take an adult gap year or do a travel sabbatical. And Travelries is here to help. So we are launching on YouTube with 30 days of 30 travel tips, and we are all the way up to tip number 24. If you haven't checked out the first 23, go check them out. The tip today is do not ignore the weather when you are making your travel plans, especially serious weather like monsoons. Look, if you're a backpacker or a bougie backpacker, you might be especially inclined to say, whatever happens with the weather, like whatever the temperature is, I will deal with it. I'll be happy to take advantage of traveling in the off season because things are going to be cheaper. Sometimes that's true. And especially traveling in the shoulder season can be really great. And not all weather is created equal. But I will say, when it comes to really serious weather, I advise against totally setting this aside. And I think where American travelers get especially stuck here and don't anticipate the seriousness of this weather pattern is with monsoons, because we don't really get these in the US. But these are pretty common in a lot of areas that backpackers, bougie backpackers, long-term travelers go to, like Southeast Asia, like India, and they are absolutely no joke. I was in Hue, Vietnam, late in 2023, and I'll tell you, we arrived, it started raining, it did not stop raining, the streets flooded, our hotel lost power, we had no food on us. We had to figure out how to get to an open restaurant. We put on, dry, fast clothes and waded out into this brown, silty water to walk for like 30 minutes, not being able to see where our feet were going, not sure if we were stepping on the edge of a curve or, something else. And, mucked through that to get to a restaurant to eat lunch and dinner back to back and then wade back through before it got dark. We were really unprepared. So I advise everyone to pay very close attention to monsoon seasons. Paying attention here can really pay off. So here's the deal. It is tricky to figure out when monsoon season is. You have to look at a pretty granular level. The monsoon seasons vary by region, and they sometimes even vary by country. The most southern part of Southeast Asia has a totally different schedule of monsoons than the more northern parts. And some countries like Vietnam even have multiple monsoon seasons. So the south has a different season from the north. So you really have to pay close attention. When I was planning our trip originally, I made a heat map of each area and when it was great to travel, when it was okay to travel, when we definitely shouldn't travel. And you do need to look at a pretty granular level to make sure you are avoiding the worst of the worst with the weather. So tip number 24, do not ignore monsoon season. Take it seriously. Do not get flooded into your hotel like we did. Guys, this is a new channel. We are on a mission to teach more people the serious expertise they need for the serious mileage they want to take on. You can like and subscribe here. It would really help us out as we get started. You can also follow us on Instagram, Threads, Facebook. We have a Substack where we publish weekly. We've got a mailing list where we publish monthly. And if you're curious about long-term travel for you, you can always book a free consult with us through our website. We're happy to chat with you one-on-one. See you guys tomorrow for tip number 25.